It is your boy, Marcus A. Wright. Again, we have a show on the Right Mentality on the On Stage Plus Network at the Leadership Experience 2 in Troy, Michigan. I am joined by my friend, Tanya T. Wise. How are you today?
I'm amazing, getting better every day in every way. Thank you for asking. How about yourself?
She amazing, getting better every day in every way. And then she gonna ask me how I'm doing. I'm doing fantastic. Such a pleasure to meet you. Would you mind giving my audience an opportunity to know what you coach about, what your platform is about?
I actually believe that everyone should be living their dream life, doing exactly what they want to do on their terms. But I found that most of us aren't. We get caught up in the day-to-day and we forget to chase the very life that we once envisioned at childhood or at adolescence.
So Tanya, when you want everyone to kind of live their best life, what is that like? What made you even go in that direction to start coaching and teaching and helping and educating people?
Well, I had bought into the American dream like many others, where I started working at a very young age to take care of my children. I was a teenage mom. And as time went on, I realized that I got caught up in the corporate world, Marcus, where I just was working every day. I was just too busy to design the life that I once wanted to live. And so I lost my first son, my first and only son. And when I lost him, I realized I nearly almost lost everything that I was working for. And yet I hadn't hit what I wanted to do in life. And so I realized that if I kept chasing money, I would always be running. I realized that if I never hit my pinnacle, that I would go away, like Les Brown says, that the graveyard is the richest place here on earth, because it is there that lies hopes and dreams that were never fulfilled. And so when I leave, I want people to know that I left empty. I left everything here on earth.
Wow. Did you guys hear that? I want to pause for a moment, because what I heard is in your journey, you had a tragedy that I'm sure you still deal with. You lost your son.
Yes.
In losing your son, at that moment, did you feel that you were ready to just give up? Or did it inspire you? Or were you in a tug of war on which way to go?
So I did want to give up, Marcus. I was at a very dark point in my life because as a parent, I felt like I had failed. I felt like I wasn't able to protect my child because he died from gun violence. And so a lot of times we're in the wrong places at the wrong time, or we partner up with the wrong people. And so we had two families that were intertwined. And so someone that was a play cousin, you know, when we grew up, Marcus, that everybody was our cousin, right? And our play cousin and my son get into an argument over $30, and he pulls out a gun and shoot my son. And so at that very moment, I realized that you could have everything in life, but it could take one catastrophe, one poor decision, one not thinking things through, that can change your trajectory of your entire life.
So Tanya just told us a couple things. One, we're gonna go back a little further. She talked about the graveyard being the wealthiest place in the world, because that's where your hopes and your dreams die. And you die, if you die, they die with you. But she had a tragedy where she lost her only son. And as you can see, today is the year 2023, and she's still here. So that means she didn't shut down. She kept going. So in living your best life, what do you want that audience to understand? What that means for your speaking and your coaching and what you're establishing in your legacy and how you can help them?
So the main thing is that I realized that mindset was very important. And so I had to shift my mindset. And then I also had to shift my money. And that ultimately led me to have an awesome marriage. So I love the 3 M's.
Okay.
Your money, your mindset, and marriage.
Not in that order, right? Marriage, mindset.
No.
Okay.
No particular order.
No
but
order.
I just feel like mindset is where it starts. But when you get your mind right, your money becomes right. And once you get your money right, the man comes, Marcus.
Now, Y'all know I can resonate with that because I am the right mentality. And you gotta have the right mentality to move forward. But what Tanya just taught us was you have to have the right mindset, right? She said mindset. And then the money will come. And in her case, that man came running along. He probably was chasing her for a long time. Because you know when you find a good one, you chase him forever until you get him. I know my wife trapped me 25 years ago, so I can relate to that. But in doing this, in doing your coaching and establishing what you're establishing and educating people the way that you're educating them, I'd like to know, what would you tell a young person that's starting out to be an entrepreneur? Or maybe they've had a tragedy, because sometimes we have tragedies and we can't move. What advice would you give them?
So what I like is I have two acronyms that I love to implement, okay?
Mhm.
The very first one, I consider it an aid. And so I realize that most people, when they understand the aids that they need, they can accomplish everything. So aid, the A stands for aspiration. If
Okay.
you have an aspiration, normally if you're inspired to do anything, which the I stands for inspiration. What will inspire you to do what it is that you actually have to do? And the D stands for desperation. That means you do an extreme sense of action on your aspiration, your inspiration. That's
Now,
my first acronym.
I can keep going, but that wouldn't be fair to you guys, because you need to hear Ms. Tanya T. Wise at the Leadership Experience Tour, as it's being streamed live on the OnStage Plus network, to go more into her speech and what that means. But she said aid. A was for aspiration.
Aspiration.
The I was for inspiration.
Inspiration.
And the D was
Desperation.
desperation. And that's interesting. Aspiration, inspiration, desperation. Why is it desperation?
Because when people are desperate to do something, I can only take you back to a situation.
Mm-hmm.
We would keep an apartment when we got an eviction notice. We'll go figure out what we got to do.
Mhm.
Become an entrepreneur. If you like baking, they bake cakes and go to the church and sell them. They do T-shirts or anything, right?
Okay.
To save that apartment
Yes,
or that
ma'am.
house. But not necessarily for inspiration. They may inspire to purchase a home, but it's nothing there to really push them to set the time limit.
Okay. So she basically told you this. When you're in a desperate situation, you're going to inspire and inspire yourself to move in the right direction. Is that right?
That's absolutely right.
But you
Mr.
have to
Right.
have the right mindset
Right mindset.
in order to be able to do that. Look at that. Nuggets dropping left and right. Raindrops of nuggets. You see, Tanya T. Wise has a message that you all need to hear. So can I ask you, in our parting, what is the one thing, or maybe two, that you would like this audience to know about you and what you're going to bring to the world today?
I would say, one, start to dream again. Many people have stopped dreaming, Marcus. Number two is don't just dream it, live it. And that's what we do in our program, is we help you start to live your dream life. And you can find me on all social media at Tanya T. Wise, and also All New Beginning LLC. If you're ready to roll up your sleeves and press that magic button to start living your dream life. Signing off is your wise girl.
Your wise girl signed off, but before she signed off, she said you can find her on all social media at Tanya T. Wise. Let me say that again. All social media as Tanya T. Wise. What I would like to know is, what's that website one more time?
All New Beginning LLC.com.
All New Beginning LLC.com. Now this has been your boy Marcus A. Wright of The Right Mentality on the OnStage Plus network with my wonderful guest Tanya T. Wise, which again you can find her on all social media, Tanya T. Wise. And that website?
All New Beginning LLC.com.
I just wanted to hear her say, because I love the way she said, All New Beginning LLC.com. This has been your boy, Marcus A. Wright of The Right Mentality on the OnStage Plus Network at the Leadership Experience Tour. We're signing off. Thank you all for being here. Peace.
Cut. Awesome.